Abusa Paul Adom Otchere, lawyer. Good evening, Ghana show host. On Kwame Asare, that is Kwame A+. Gomwa Central Member of Parliament, who also doubles as a lawyer because anybody who belongs to the legislature arm of government is considered a lawyer. It's because honor so. Oya lawyer Busia, some lawyers no Omo Abe clashɛs on Mahama's constitution amendment to go for another term to become a third term president. Also Mahama, Ogwahongwa, so I said, Opese obey third term president and the focus a constitution of a certain and saka. Emma no Kwame Plus, Abe Chiremu, say Mahama betimi open club as a young 12 beam. As my Kwame Plus, a kind for Adom Otchere Abe Marchino, at the constitution Abe Chere to the Kwame A Plus in case he say Onimdia and Radangasa Eka. But not to the end Kwame Plus, Abe class. I Penyah block media. Let's say any over like video no Daruma, over subscribe button, never click the notification for new latest updates. Now better watching the amame our comment section maso baswa no she video no money so enya bi ahye etubeka ya December 2024 we be election mu na one of the conversations on the street and they say Mahama nyame balance already akonya na on make sure the constitution of person now wetima go for another term it's not there end it for a pray and say they will get absolute majority our parliament and after 7th December 2024 no you know how the vote turned out and everything went on. Mahama Ewene massively, but I said he won decisively, having 2/3 of the seat in parliament. That's it. And it's for any other boss. And I feel who be has any. Omuda is no one is all doing say. Over say Mahama go for another term, not be third term president. No, a bit me abem. It recently, and say Mahama a former committee. Is it also omunye hwemu efa constitution now. Now on that note, you can never do that without the Chief Justice. Without the opinion of the Chief Justice, the Mama heard not say there be Chief Justice. Get to talk no. Make us a message condition now. Mami one more me. Eighteen mami you need free answer. What I say? Let me fire head up. Mami you need free ho. Just me adwuma me. It was at a committee investigation through Chief Justice get to talk no. So that be on be hwenu mu. The whole allegations been a aslameno. It omo ehwe. Say allegation any accusations are almost airing on her whether there's any legitimacy in it or not. Say be omit me afa come so I deal with her concerning the removal and answer the suspension no not on best son no omo ebepe come so but now is centered on Mahama's decision to go for another term to become a third term president. Nina it come to center on that. Na anyone no ana Kwame A+ eba TV. Eno go chirem say oh easy ma ho kwa bet ka say Ghana kwa ye nto be bi. Metina kunya nso a ko si say Yesu ebeba.
4 months ya amoko position ni. Mo hu say obi person manipulate mra no. How many times ye Akufo-Addo ye president. O yi Charlotte Osei no. And yet the same process ye the Chief Justice first no the first ye Charlotte Osei. Ye the petition by ye o say tena nchen na investigation obi na opamo no wa man a bicycle baako end of service benefit wa mani bi. Charlotte Osei went home after many years of working. She went home with nothing. But pacho NDC for ne de omo appointees no sebe omo ye nipa Domlovo ye adwuma ye find a way the pamo Domlovo ye see ye yusu mra.
So do you see it as a revenge?
Na Ghana na aye say no ye to abanasa wo party na wo ho no elusu election a obi a wo baby a park oni oma this is yes because na akoye because that is the system no kra ne ya ba akopɛ ye kan ye omo ye kan ye mamu ye Charlotte Osei o mamu ye nipa ba ko ye ade wo Charlotte Osei case mu ye kwaku ba ko o kan ye no unu say ono de in some way no unu say o ya aligned to them in some way
aligned to him for
to MPP for no. But even he said it over and over. Say, Sadia way, Mamu ye Ghana friends. Odia ye. No
Ghana had
ye Charlotte Osei. Independent. Ye Charlotte Osei. Ye Domlovo. Ya can Mamu ye Domlovo. Auditor General Mamu ye no. They removed this man. I feel there. We feel a bear mono. Nipa ne start say omo be ye ne dia o si hey adenti na ono de mo here na MPP for no me nipa chen NDC for na
but ono who say when it comes
whatever you do time so say Ghana for say omo nto aba ma wan wo pa wa gina hona kenkan aba no wo ye candidate ye isi ube lusu. So I don't know why you didn't know be chichiri ye hu bebre na yaya na afie beduru ha. This is where we are.
Okay. Meaning sir
no assessment no. He said take it to the council of state. Just ask Nyamra this year. But me cho Ghana for moment here dey bi ase. Matete say nkrofo say Mahama person Pam Chief Justice say na be ya obekọ for a third term. Me pa cho. Sa dey ye dey mra na ye dey.
And look they say government communication minister for communication honorable Felix Kwachofo so they are better just no biasa.
Onokura wan kan ye. Kwachofo so wan kan ye.
Adenan guess what can I say?
John Mahama betumi seek for billion terms. Mra Ghana constitution wo dia media ye nyina betumi constitution no ye say wo pese wo sesa bibi wo mu afa ko ha emra ne ye troye no ye say justice soa to forwards attorney general ne judgment no otro wo mu say constitution no enye just text to say ne da he then you are why you
me dem say honorable kan wasem me
first year
kan wasem
a living organism capable of growth. Into no constitution no, it will say any and yes say attract one and one no. So if the president thinks that the term limits no M1 Ghana obey to meet the constitution now call parliament say parliament me feel say Ghana no I will say you term limit free so udi 100 terms kwana nkofo so mpewa also what transfer development eyamra eda ho enye John Mahama ne hye say amra no.
But for now dear
no John Mahama on meka sa ba me pese ade no ko obi atrim say nya ye dede say John Mahama petete omu ya lawyer for omu nim nyamra ne ka emra ne say John Mahama feel so pese o tena so bi mu a on famra parliament obo ba betu yen wo ho yen ne ebehwe ade no aka say okay emra no ampa ya change mra na yen say wudi president obetumi edi akosi say obewu ana say kura yen to aba wo Ghana ye betumi akọ parliament aye mra say Ghana kura yen to aba biu ya kan no betumi aye mra say Ghana yen to aba biu obene into no say no but me preempt omo sorry omo bi ehu say enye John Mahama na abehye sa amra no eye mra eda ho it is a parliament approve ye the mra ba na parliament approve say ampa ade we yasesa na enya the numbers to do it obeka say eye hwan na MPP for ye say speaker entiment to aba hefa no mo kokko ye say speaker betumi ato aba omo de mra na no mo de court omo say speaker betumi ato ye say yi levy no mo de court ye say birth certificate ye ntumi mfa to aba ye betumi de ato aba no mo de court enya mra kro na no mo use but every time you be so be use the same mra ni bi pe we say hey dabi
no say no more cases amra kro na say o mampanyi person seeking for interpretation o mususu say one shot no more that interpretation na ko mean say obetimi asanya
na nya court na be interpret yet krom he na yembo 9090 court ko supreme court 90 yet ase akufo do court election petition 5 minutes ni akan we so nko fie nkoda ne ni ase hwanjo odi free court ho obejina fie be press conference wanjantum o se megitum ade no me ni omo nya adwen but megitum odi ko fie John Mahama odi so de election petition ko ye se Jimensa oh ye easy boss omba na yem bisa na some MPP for said that ya Jimensa nkasa wo court ho omo ye ya Jimensa nkasa enye mra kro na se du se NDC for the asa NDC for the Ghana ha edu omo so dia constitution no yema obi intino opposition
no easy no na kan se won kasa na se MPP na
omo defend omo make sure say yema Jimensa nkasa wo court ho you follow this case
EC is an institution on its own
they ensured that the electoral commissioner will never testify in that matter when cross-examine electoral commissioner no
but no right to do so the constitution
no person obey in our backing of omo and omo aban mu sa time no and so they decided that they will not allow her they will not allow the we know your friends opposition for no defense lawyers no to cross-examine her and they didn't they used the same law into mpamocha emra na nipa ba ko dia ye nyina ye dia.
Do you think say now the opposition party no feel say emra na ye
almost say na 3 days ya mo feel say emra ye bibi and na 3 days ya MPP also me ni permanent enemy me ni permanent friend
sir
that be in terms of politics
Okay.
Like now,
But in real life,
real life, them but politics, me mini permanent enemy, mini permanent friend, because I didn't know about China. We be what I say, mini permanent enemy, mini permanent friend. As some na year come and down.
And some Kwame Plus ever kind of. And Adom Otchere say, now Kwame Plus, this guy, is he really a lawyer? And I think he was one of those who got the title lawyer by advantage, because when in Ghana had the moment you are voted into the house to become a parliamentarian, you get the title lawyer, because the legislatures are the lawmakers, and the legislatures are the parliamentarians. They make the laws. Anybody who is found over there is considered a lawyer. It's probably everybody say, Kwame Plus, yes, son, will be a green lawyer, no. And I say, wako school, wako game pay, be a question law, and I said, any Adom Otchere Ede Emrano, Abetchere, Kwame Plus, any agency for Abetremu. John Mahama obey me, I'll go for another term. And that's only me con. Let's go watch the video.
So there's a trending conversation about constitutional amendments, and our friend Kwame A Plus contributed to it on a UTV. He said something about the constitutional amendment in terms of this conversation about does President Mahama want to do a third term, etc. There are conversations about it, and A Plus spoke about it on UTV. As a member of parliament, of course, we take him very seriously. This is what he said. Let's listen.
Justice Soa, to forward attorney general, ne judgment no or throw when we say constitution no, and yet just text to send it that way. You are why first year. I say a living organism capable of growth. Into no constitution no, I will say any, and yes, I attract one and one no. So if the president thinks that the term limits no, Ghana. Obey to meet the constitution now call parliament. Say parliament. Me feel say Ghana no. I see a term limit free so. Udi 100 times kwana perform some power. Also what transfer development. I am right that ho. Enye John Mahama the share samra no.
But for now, dear.
For now no John Mahama. On make us about me per se ade no ko bi etrim say. Nya ye dede say John Mahama petete or petete omo ye lawyer for. Omo nim ni amra ne ka. Emra ne say John Mahama feel so person otena so bi mu a on famra parliament or Boba betu yan wo ho yan ne ebehwe ade no aka say okay emra no ampa ya change mra na yan say wudi president a obetumi edi akụ say obewu ana say say kura yan to aba wo Ghana ebetumi akọ parliament aye mra say Ghana kura yan to aba bi.
I think that he forgot a few things we just want to add. Kwame, how are you? I'm so maybe you are something behind it. Let's get onto the touch screen and understand. So the point he's making is that the president can take the constitution to parliament and ask for an amendment. That's not quite true. Okay. So he's claiming that the president's term limits can be amended in parliament. Is it true? The verdict is no. It's not true. Why is it not true? Presidential term limits are governed by Article 66 of the Constitution, which provides as follows. 66.2, and viewers, you can read it yourself. Article 66.2. It says, a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. So that's the article that we are talking about. So the issue is 2 terms, consecutive 2 terms. Does it mean 1 term here, 1 term there? So that this article doesn't say that it is this article means 2 consecutive terms. He hasn't done 2 consecutive terms and then 1 term. Somebody gave me 2 terms and then gave me 1 term. At least 1 limited to 2 terms. Consecutive, that's 1. And then that's 2 8 years. And so then that is intention. If person shall not be elected to hold office as president for more than 2 terms. Now, Article 66 is within chapter 8 of the Constitution, which is the chapter that is entrenched. That's when we pass the elected Parliament, including all their 276 members, have nothing to do with changing this. So if he says the president can bring it to Parliament, that's not quite true. Parliament, I'm saying it again, Parliament has nothing to do with amending Article 66. Nothing. In terms of the MPs voting, their decision making, no. Parliament is just a platform. The MPs don't have any role to play, whether they will vote, they will look at it. It has nothing to do with it. Let's see why it is so. Okay. What are entrenched clauses? These are provisions that contain elaborate measures which include popular participation, etc., etc. So entrenched clauses they are not amended by Parliament. Parliament has no role to play in it. Who then have a role to play in it? Let's look at it again. All right. So these are some of the examples of entrenched clauses. Article 1, Article 2, 3, Territories of Ghana. Article 11, the fundamental human rights. Article 5, representation of the people. Article 42, 43, 46, etc. The executive, chapter 8, that's where the President Mahama and the A+ conversation is. And then the legislature, Article 93. Okay. Now, all of those articles that are entrenched, including the presidential term limits, they are dealt with by Article 290. 290. So let's look at it. Okay, Article 290. Now, this is the important thing, viewers. Let's take it slowly. 1 minute, I'll finish. A bill for the amendment of an entrenched provision shall, before Parliament proceeds to consider it, be referred by the Speaker to the Council of State. So a bill, so you have to send a bill to Parliament, and usually the bill will be in the name of the Attorney General. Such a bill, constitutional amendment, will be in the name of the Attorney General. So the Attorney General takes a bill. So a bill for the amendment of entrenched provisions shall, before Parliament proceeds to consider it, be referred by the Speaker to the Council of State for advice. And the Council of State shall render advice within 30 days of the receipt of the bill. So viewers, you are getting it. Council of State has the first role to play. With Council of State members, they will look at it, their intention to amend an entrenched provision, which is contained in the bill. Council of State will look at it. Parliament doesn't look at it. MPs have no role to play in it. So please tell Kwame that he has absolutely no role to play in a constitutional amendment of an entrenched provision. So Council of State will look at it first. When they finish, it comes here. The bill shall be published in the Gazette, but shall not be introduced into Parliament until the expiry of 6 months after the publication in the Gazette. So the next thing is that when Council of State have looked at it and they think that they advise on it, they are giving it a positive green light, Council of State can give some different advice. But if they give a positive green light, then it is published in the Gazette. Let's see what happens next.
Waiting some Kwame Kwame Plus on a Adom Otchere on Mahama's decision to amend the constitution to go for another term to become a third president. What is your view? What is your opinion on that? Share at the comment section. Penyah.